Tuesday, November 18, 2025. Be undeserved by undeserved kindness. You have been saved. Ephesians 2, verse 5. My woman's love. It's the Muslims. I don't want to be able to sit down and read all of this. So what it's all about. A bit of something, some message in there. That's why I'm always send this to my phone. There is a code and everything, you know. Yeah, man, there's a code and everything. Yes, indeed. Come on, something. The Apostle Paul enjoyed a satisfying life in Yahweh's service, but he had many challenges to overcome. Paul often traveled long distances and traveled was not easy in those days. On his journeys, Paul was sometimes in dangers of river and in dangers of robberies. He was also occasionally subject to physical mistreatment from opposers. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 23 to 27. Are the ministers of Christ? Are they ministers of Christ? I reply, I, like a madman, I am more outstandingly one. I have done more work, been imprisoned more often, suffered countless bad beatings, and experienced many near deaths. 5 times I received 50 strokes less one from the Jews. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned 3 times. I experienced shipwreck. A night and a day I spent in the open sea, in journeys often, in dangers from rivers, in dangers from robbers, in dangers from my own people, in dangers from the nation, in dangers in the city, in dangers in the wilderness, in dangers at sea, in danger among false brothers, in labor and toil, in sleepless nights, often in hunger and thirst, frequently without food, in cold, lacking clothing. Yes, so Paul knew what I must say. Paul, the Apostle Paul knew what he was saying, and Paul's Christian brothers did not always show appreciation for his sincere efforts to help them. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 10. For they say his letters are weighty and forceful, but his presence in person is weak and his speech contemptible. Wow. Here to say his letters are weighty and forceful. That's how they were looking at it, you know. They were not looking on the apostles writing as being under inspiration from Yahweh himself. Yahweh, who is the creator of the heavens and the earth, is the one who, through the Holy Spirit, guided Paul's writing. Paul didn't write his own message. He wrote as he were borne along by Holy Spirit. But his presence in person was weak and speech contemptible, so they didn't appreciate what he had to say to them. Philippians 4, verse 15 says, in fact, you Philippians also know that after you first learned the good news, when I declared them from Macedonia, not a congregation shared with me in the matter of giving and receiving except you alone. What helped Paul to keep going in Yahweh's service? Paul learned much about Yahweh's personality from the scriptures and from his own experiences. Paul became convinced that Yahweh, our God, loved him. Romans chapter 8, verses 38 and 39 says, for I am convinced that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor governments, nor things to come here, nor things to come up, nor powers, nor heights, nor depths, nor any other creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Wow. Beautiful words here from the Apostle Paul. Okay, greetings to you, nobody. Wagwan. Welcome, everyone. Please like and share, subscribe, activate the notification bell to watch more enjoyable content. Thank you so much for those words. Big up yourself. Wow. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, man. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 and 5 says, But God, being rich in mercy, because of his great love with which he loved us, made us alive together with the Christ. Even when we were dead in trespasses and undeserved kindness, you have been saved. Wow. Yeah, man, the Most High God, Yahweh, loves us. He and his beloved Son, Yahshua. So, make we listen to Paul, the Apostle Paul. Listen to him say, through inspiration, because he didn't do it of his own initiative. Yes, indeed. They are, it's 4 in the wee hours of the before daybreak in Kingston, Jamaica. We don't like to use the word morn in. We don't like to use that word. There are certain words we don't use if we trace them back to their original context, especially the word nice. Trace it back to the original context of the word, where nice coming from, I see. And then morning. Why we mourn in? Mm, check out those words until I am like the Burundis, them. That's how. Are the Moors. Them play upon words, you know? Yeah. We've been having some issues in this neck of the woods with the service. So we sit right by the doorway to do our live stream. I see the fruit bats are flying up, flying around, flying around. See them flying around, flying around. Watch them. Mm, the fruit bats are flying up and down, nibbling at the mango. Yes, indeed. So, okay, right. Nobody's an record Henry adjusting after reggae boys defeat eager to help team. Ricardo Henry adjusting after reggae boys defeat eager to help team. Okay, Ricardo Henry finally made his debut for Jamaica on Thursday night, stepping onto the field in Port of Spain only hours after receiving international clearance to represent the Reggae Boys. The Brentford defender came at a left back in the second half of Jamaica's 1-1 draw with Trinidad and Tobago, capping a tense week that saw him obtain his Jamaican passport just 2 days earlier. Henry, who previously represented England at youth level, had received approval from the English Football Association to compete in shift swift that's swift even after gaining the passport. Once the confirmation arrived on Wednesday, head coach Steve McClaren wasted no time introducing him, offering the 28-year-old his first taste of FIFA World Cup qualifying. Despite the rush leading up to kickoff, Henry said, setting into the camp felt natural. It's been good, he said. Everyone made me feel welcome. Henry's eligibility became through his grandfather, who was born in St. Anne's, and the defender expressed both pride and concern as his family continues to recover from the impact of Hurricane Melissa. I have got a few family members there, he said. Obviously, it's tragedy what happened. Obviously, some of them are finding it difficult. You can tell what it means to the people getting to the World Cup, and that's what you want to do. Get to the World Cup and make them proud. Mm-hmm. But yeah, said to me, let's take a look in the cleaner here, what the Asian them are going with down there. The article says Asian gangs getting rich off mercury market for baby eels. What you saying to me? United Nations, United States gangs in Haiti are profiting from a lucrative trade in baby eels caught in the crime-rid country's river and aquifers and sold abroad for thousands of dollars. The man for the worm-like creature, what dots, what dots for eyes, comes largely from Asia and in and is filling the coffers of criminal organizations terrorizing Asian expert warrants. Known in Haiti, Kurala as Zangi, the glasses eel drifts each year from the Sargasso Sea in the northern Atlantic to the ocean coast, included along with the coast of the islands Hispaniola shares by Haiti and Dominica. Public they infuriated the rivers where they grow up until they return to the sea to reproduce. The global trade of European eels has been strictly controlled since 2009 by the CITES Convention of Endangered Species, but the trade of American eels is not. There are, however, classed as endangered on the International Union on Conservation Nature list threatened species, primarily due to overfishing of the species, which commercial fish farmers cannot breed in captivity. Okay, wow. Um, Haiti, along with Dominican Republic, has become a key expert of American eels in recent years, cites says. To protect American and European eels, industries able to the naked eye from continuing to the ship to Asia under false labels. The European Union, Panama wants guys to restrict the trade of all eels. If this move is adopted at a meeting in Cuba, Athens, stating starting on October 24th, it will certainly penalize several stakeholders, experts in particular, as well as poor, unvaluable small-scale fishermen in Haiti Nature Reserves Ministry. Okay, to protect the species in Haiti, which is not a part of the sites, has implemented a modest approach, significantly reducing the overall harvest while acknowledging a lack of reliable data on the exploration of that species. The eel found the Asian glasses eel introduced in entirely grade to experts is not organized and does not record clear and reliable data, whether at the level of fishermen or the government. An environmental activity toward AF, AFP on a condition of anonymity. It's a it's a selector like the mafia who yes, kind of widely the outgoing head of the United Nations Drugs and Crime Office warned there is growing evidence that several Asian nationals are a part of a wider criminal network connected to the lucrative eel trafficking operation in Haiti and beyond. Evidence show powerful political and economic figures in Haiti use the glasses eel industry to launder drug profits, she said. UN experts charged with enforcing sanctions have stepped up their monitoring of fishermen intermediaries, customs officers, and airlines. In a report published in October, they criticized how the through unregulated sector has created an ideal environment for criminals to launder money. The government is responsible for fishing license, but a lack of control allows for money laundering fishermen and couriers to be extorted by gangs, and contraband often add to their outbound shipments, the expert said. Alright, well, we'll leave it right there. So, well, they found a glasses eel in Trinidad. Sorry, in Haiti. So, the article said that people are exploiting the criminals' network down there in Haiti, is profiting from that lucrative venture. White House, Westmoreland. The Guyana Defense Force will embark on a major roof repair project as a number of Caribbean communities, CARICOM countries, and international agencies rally around Jamaica in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. A was made, revelation was made by Guyanese President Mohammed Allah Ali, who was part of the delegation of CARICOM heads of government and international organizations that arrived at Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay on Monday and traveled to White House in Westmoreland East. Government ministers and agencies also accompanied the delegation on the tour. They all had an opportunity to observe firsthand the devastation caused by the Category 5 storm and efforts being made to return to life before Melissa. Sections of the country are now crawling their way out from under the destruction left by the storm. Having seen this here today, I have agreed with Prime Minister of Jamaica Andrew Holness and the rest of the region that we are going to, in a very quick manner, mobilize resources, that is, the manpower and also materials, whatever is needed to start with 200 roofs completely redone. And I think you are looking at this community White House to start with, said Ali. He said that under this initiative phase of support to Jamaica, Guyana was able to provide generators, chainsaws, trampolines. Additional major shipments of items included block tanks and building material is scheduled to arrive in Jamaica this weekend. The Ali also posts to pointing to the importance of CARICOM team being in Jamaica to let the region understand that the Caribbean is one region and one people. Similarly, Prime Minister of Barbados Motley spoke of a continuity from the Barbados Defense Force, which will provide emergency medical support in South Lamar General Public Hospital in the parish where they will set up a field hospital. Antigua and Bermuda Prime Minister Gaston Bowen, in pointing to assistance from Guyana, Barbados, and his country, said linemen are also in Jamaica to assist the Light and Power Company restoring electricity. Grenada Prime Minister Dexton Mitchell and other Caribbean countries also made it clear that they stand in solidarity with Jamaica during this difficult period. Ali noted that they will be working closely with the homeless and his team, including members of Parliament for Westmoreland Eastern, Denton, Dayton Campbell. Wallace, in response, gave details of how the plan will be executed. The Guyanese Defense Force was sending engineers corps with materials to restore 200 roofs, and, and, and I am committing that the efforts will be here, White House, under direction of the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force, members of Parliament, Peyton Campbell, and councillors, said the Prime Minister. Yes, indeed, we appreciate the assistance being given by the CARICOM. We appreciate the assistance being given by CARICOM to our beloved island of Jamaica. Yes, we give thanks. Ali, who told the media he had a hard time finding words to describe the impact of the storm, Rahat com- commended the people of Jamaica for their resilience observed. Only said it is estimated that approximately 150,000 homes have been destroyed and 100,000 Jamaicans have been impacted in some form or another by the storm, and gave a conservative estimate of US 8 million in physical damage. That has not that has nothing to do with what we will have to circulate on relief and recovery, and what we have lost in revenue, tourism, agriculture output, stated Oldest, who noted that while this is significant, it is not beyond Jamaica to recover. The Prime Minister also said the devastation in Jamaica has come at a time when the country was struggling to reduce its debt from 30 to 40% of gross domestic product GDP and head, heading towards 60% of GDP. We are now faced with a situation where half of the country literally has been devastated in terms of its infrastructure. Stated Hollis will have to circulate on relief recovery, but we have also lost revenue, so our financial situation is a great concern and it has to be managed carefully. Moni says he's aware that there will be calls for circulating funds, but I assure you that my administration will circulate the funds to relieve human suffering, but with every dollar that is circulated, it will be accounted for and under an efficiency point of view. He further urged that the disaster provides an opportunity for Jamaica to rebuild stronger, do things differently, and to rearrange and restructure the country's physical and social arrangement in such a way that calls a way that all can benefit. Alright, we're gonna leave it right there. So article didn't end, but we are gonna leave it right there. So yes indeed. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But you must try. World Cup hope with brighter days. Signal Chris is quite upbeat as he prepares to perform at a pre-game show this evening's World Cup qualifying game between Jamaica and Costa Rica. Chris and the guy who been creating waves with the song Brighter Days told Jamaica Observer on Monday that the song is a prayer for Jamaicans. The song is a prayer for us all as Jamaicans to help us stay grounded in faith through these current times. It was written the day before the hurricane, and I wanted to put out a hymn that could resonate with every Jamaican, says Chris Malachi. He added, I felt quite blessed to perform at such a historic match. To think that I made this song just a couple weeks ago and it's recent, it's resonated so well that it's led to this moment. Chris Malachi described himself as a casual football fan. Many of my friends and family are avid football fans, so I have to keep it in the know to be a part of the conversation. I also really enjoy the community and overall energy that the sports bring, he said, while while sharing that he thought was a memorable, memorable moment for him. In 2003, at the Confa National League, Jamaica played Canada in Toronto, their home turf, and won the match, even with Canada at its favorites. I would say that's product and most recent memorable moment, he said. The multiple both product extra range Masterfield Bright Days. It's my first time doing every part of a song and I am very proud of it, he said. The song released officially on November the 2nd, just couple days after Melissa came to Jamaica, October 28th. The artist added that the historic nature of the moment is not to lose, so it's not lost on him. Mhm. You good night. Fontana Pharmacy sets 10 million goal for Hurricane Melissa fundraising campaign. Kingston, Jamaica, in light of devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, Fontana Pharmacy through the Fontana Foundation has launched a $10 million fundraising efforts in partnership with the Amber Fund Me Jamaica, the Jamaican crowdfunding platform operated by the Amber Group. The initiative is dedicated at Jamaicans at home and across the diaspora who have been seeking ways to support relief and recovery efforts. Amber Fund Me is the same platform that powers the government's official donation sites, supportjamaican.gov, which was activated immediately after the hurricane to coordinate national assistance. As part of a campaign, Fontana Pharmacy will match every dollar donated up to 5 million with the aim of raising a total of $10 million. Fontana Foundation, a registered charity, has been active in post-hurricane efforts, delivering more than 800 care packages to families in urgent need. Each package contains food, water, personal care items, and clothing. Fontana's outreach has so far focused on affected communities in St. James, Westmoreland. Members of the diaspora have also signed, signaled their intention to contribute to the initiative. Fontana Pharmacy is is in a unique position to make a direct impact, said Anna Chan, Chief Executive Officer of Fontana Pharmacy, with stores located in some of the hardest hit areas, Montego Bay, South Lamar, and strong ties to the local communities. We are able to identify those most in need and deliver aid quick and efficiently. Chan added, together we can help communities recovery builds stronger. Every contribution, no matter how small, makes a difference. Donations can be made through the Amber Fund Me campaign page. End of article. It is now 4:34 in Kingston, Jamaica. And let's see the time in my favorite African country, Kenya. It's now 12:34 down there, 12:34 in the afternoon in Kenya, like one of my favorite African countries. Okay, Fanny, Vanice. Okay, Vanice, greetings to you. Welcome. I see we have Vanice here with us. We give thanks for that as we are reading some articles here in the Jamaica Observer. Okay, okay, deploys emergency medical team to Jamaica. Right, click on the one here, construction crew shortage. Smithfield, Westmoreland, with hundreds of houses either flattened or stripped of their roofs. Carpenters, masons, and other tradesmen across this parish are being searched as they try to assist as many families as possible across Smithfield and almost uniform position of residents is that while they appreciate the care packages distributed so far, what they urgently need is manpower and material, even for temporary repair. They have, they believe that the basic supplies and more hands on deck, many of the homeless could return to safe shelters far more quicker. On Sunday, 75-year-old Elvita Taylor sat on a bench beside the ruins of what used to be her house, wiping tears as she survives through the wreckage. Taylor told the Jamaica Observer that she and her daughter must soon leave the homes where they are now sheltering, but they have nowhere to return to as efforts to get workmen to start constructing even a temporary shelter on her property have failed. And me and my daughter, we stayed down the road while we stayed down the road while she stayed next door. I want to fix up the roof, the room, but that is attempted, attracted to the, attached to the bathroom, so we can go in there. But the workman said Him can't come back until next week, Wednesday, added Taylor. Her daughter, Shanique Warren, has until today to find somewhere to live. Stepped on a nail, but the tears which were streaming down her face were not from the pain in, inflicted by the injury. "I can't bawl," said Warren, as a neighbor rushed over with first aid supplies. Moments later, another neighbor showed to her, urging her to stop the bleeding with the debris until help arrived. "Me have to do it because we alone. If me no do it, who a go do it?" Warren responded as she disinfects the nail wound with alcohol before going straight back to clearing the rubble. Oh, mm, and the little lady, I do our thing. Wow. Meters away, fisherman Garnet Williams was getting help from his sons and several neighbors to rebuild his one-bedroom house that had been demolished by Melissa. "Me have life," Williams said. "Me have to give thanks to Father God because me only lose some birds. The pig pen roof blew off, but the pig them never hurt. Some of the goat them did under the house bottom. When the house drop, me take them and throw them in the concrete house, and me no lose none," added Williams. He recalls that during the passage of Hurricane Melissa, he and one of his sons were inside when the roof was blowing off the house. They ran for cover at another house, and soon after Williams watched helplessly as his house collapsed. The wind from the storm carrying his mattress across the road in the mangroves. Elvis Napal, who lives a few houses away from Williams, told the Observer that the section of the community where he lives was not has not received any official aid. So men with carpentry skills have joined forces and are moving from one home to the next, trying to rebuild at least a single room for each displaced family. "We have to help ourselves," Nepal said. When we finish, when we finish, we here we are going to work on another house up the road, added Nepal. He noted that with some houses destroyed, it will take time, even just to get everyone one room to sleep in. According to Nepal, residents say the situation has worsened due to the price gouging. Yeah, people them sky for the price on the whether material or food supply. Even transportation costs is quite expensive down those parishes that has been affected by the hurricane. Um, the people then rise up everything, Nepal said. Zinc, nail gone up, lumber gone up, tarpaulin gone up. Even if we drink water gone up. We can't afford everything, George Nepal. Meanwhile, Samantha Brown, A single mother of two spoke calmly as she pointed to the collapsed remains of her home. Hurricane Ivan in 2004 did we so did we so bad. So I was prepared, Brown told the observer. The entire house dropped, but I wasn't there. I was going to take I was not going to take any chances. We begged we bagged up everything and went to another house, said Brown. Using the pieces of construction materials survived Melissa's onslaught. Brown rebuilt a small one-room structure for herself and her children, ages 11 and 6. Her children could survive, but only six of their chickens did. Oh, her chickens could survive, but only six of their 12 chickens did. Okay, no help not coming to come, so me have to help myself. They say if you don't have a land title, you're not going to get any help. So we just have to help ourselves. We just need drinking water, and I would like some chicken so I can restart the business at the broad. Mm, wow. I can't see them put back a little. They might try them best. I tell you the truth. And put back a little wooden structure and thing. Uh, see some picture here. Well, some people try put. They might try put up. They might try themselves. They might try. They might try. They might try them best. Make you know. Wow. If you don't have a land title, no help for you, my father. Wow. That's what dread man. A heart for helping. One woman committee to doing all possible to help residents of worst affected parishes after Melissa. Pilar Elliston, a resident of St. Andrew, has already participated in three relief missions across southwestern Jamaica following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa on October 28th. Driven by a deep sense of compassion and duty to those in need, Liston has committed to returning to the devastated areas as often as she can to provide further assistance to affected people to rebuild their lives. A dedicated volunteer and employee of the JN Group, Listen, was among the first to respond to the call for staff members to support the activities of the JN Fund, which partnered with the Jamaica Automobile Association, the St. John's Ambulance, to take non to take much needed supplies and services to more than 1,000 residents in Trelawney and St. Elizabeth. Our role include conducting medical and social surveys to assess the need of residents, particularly their medical conditions, so that the medical team could provide immediate assistance where necessary. We also help to contribute some 300 care packages, said Edison. as she pointed out that her team also provided telecommunication access through Starlink service, along with a generator that allowed residents to charge their devices. Based on a member relation officer at the JN group said that she was deeply moved by the extent of the damage observed in the various communities. Pictures and videos really don't capture the full reality of what we saw. Homes made of board and concrete alike were destroyed. Roads became riverbeds. It was heartbreaking to witness, added Weston, as she noted that power lines were down, water and electricity were unavailable, and cell phone service was extremely poor. The situation has changed. It was challenging. It felt like stepping back in time, she added. A moment that was always a moment that will always be etched in her memory was the assistance of the St. John's Ambulance Jamaica provided to diabetic women who had become critically ill. Was taken to the temporary field hospital in Black River due to the severity of her situation. It was gratifying to be able to be part of an initiative which which helps this way. I could only imagine what might have happened if we haven't been there as volunteers to check in on the residents, reflected Ellington. She pointed out that during the team's outreach efforts in Uwalcoville, St. Elizabeth, Uwalscoville, residents had led them to an elderly man whose house had collapsed during the hurricane while he was inside, and now neighbors rushed to rescue him. When they got inside, they found him shocked and trembling in a small closet. One of the neighbors took him in, and they have been trying to reach his family, she shared. Ellington noted that the residents welcomed the relief support. They were very grateful for the help and the care packages. Many elderly volunteer and vulnerable residents had lost their medication and were living with chronic conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and asthma. Some were even bedridden. They were extremely appreciative of the medical support and assistance provided by the St. John's Ambulance Service. She said, what stood out most to me was the community's strength and positive spirit. Everyone remained helpful and working together to help one another. Ellington pointed out, speaking to the alignment of her work and the nature of volunteerism. Ellington argued that her efforts is reflective in the mandate of the JN Circle, that activities for which she coordinates. JN Circle members are advocates for change and rebuilding stronger communities, and and I truly believe that mission she emphasized. I live by the principle, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. One day at one day, any of us could be in the one in need of of good Samaritans. So help becomes it's the right thing to do, and because it feels good to make a difference, declared Ellington. She stressed that restoring restoring Jamaica requires collaboration at every level and willingness of every citizen to play his or her part in the national recovery process. Helping others, whether in a big or small way, is a privilege. It deeply it's a deeply rewarding to know you have made a difference in someone's life. Don't think we that you have to offer isn't enough because nothing is too small. Your voice, your time, your strength, your prayers all matter just as much as physical donation. You have a long road to recovery, and rebuilding stronger and better will take everyone's effort, declared Ellington. As you see pictures here and so forth. So end of article. Yes, indeed. Okay, greetings to you, Pierre. Okay, greetings to you. Wow. Well, I understand what everybody's saying. So pictures and videos can tell devastation. Like when, as a youth, I tell you the truth, the memorable moment of me, I lived through Gilbert 27 years ago as a youth, 10, 11 years old, and that itch into my mind. I remember all the devastation looked just like how is the devastation out there in some parts of West Poland and St. Elizabeth. I saw Bull Bear did look out a 9, 9, 10 mile out there and St. Thomas and other places because when Gilbert did come, it came from the east. So, yeah, man, we thought the hurricane was going away because place started clear up and it came back. Yeah, Gilbert came back. My gosh. Yeah, man, we say the place are clear up and we think the Gilbert gone. But no, it was coming back and thing. Yes, indeed. They go and give thanks and praise to the Most High. That's what we all should do. We all should give thanks and praise to the Most High. You know, whatever donation, whether your time, your prayer time, your funds, you can offer. Do what you can. Because the good book says it's better to give than to receive. And you feel good knowing say you've been playing your part to assist. Yes, indeed. So dear, my friends, cause it was just my imagination. Once again, running away with me. Cause it was just my imagination. Running away with me. Hmm. You them a sing cha la 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 la. Yeah, yeah. Mama and Papa. Yeah, man, if I try set up this something so I can keep active. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. I say other, well, I don't know the impact with. It's not, I wonder if it's a global thing. Other persons out there doing their thing and you know being affected. It's what to go and do what to do, yeah, man. Let's go and give thanks and praise to the Most High. Right, fix that. Fix this. Yes, indeed. Mhm. Yes, indeed. Oh, would you come like it want go into some river water? I think the thing is supposed to be about 35, 40 pounds. And if you see push a thing 40, 45 pounds up a hill, real work. It's going for the cleaner this will come. Yep. And here comes the cleaner. Just kept the observer, you know. Just walk it up. Here comes the cleaner. Barrel shortage. That says raising demand, staying supply for U.S. shippers as the American rush to send hurricane relief. Okay, so what upon the other side? Oh, we need some bulbs. Cool. Greetings come. Go on. Oh, yeah, rub me. My left foot. Yeah. I've been walking up a hill. It seems like I've been putting a lot of pressure. Hey, fruit bat. You know, fruit no way say no, so no butterfly in my direction, you know. The fruit bat. To some ripe mango upon the mango tree. Same of circle around. Whoop, go up on the mango tree, come off of the mango tree. And go up on the next thing off again, run again. That's how you operate. Yeah, fruit bats. They call rat bats. I want to say the last crop them are upon the mango tree too, the last set of crop. So come off of one, gone on another one. There are no blossoms on the tree. You can see the fresh leaves them with the mango tree. I push out a stringy mango tree and so forth. Right, I'm gonna shift my position. Oh, I want to do something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yeah, stretch out my leg, man. Stretch it out. Wow. All right. So much article in the cleaner. Yeah, some of them articles I kind of just start read them already from the observer, so we're not really out to on the cleaner side. Okay, I already know I touched this one, but shelter crisis. But Jesus, okay, I hear what you're saying. Yes, indeed. Right, okay, I hold that thing and look at it. Whenever I take out what little thing of a jig to balance the phone. Oh no, it did fall. 140 displaced residents still in classrooms as Petersfield High races to reopen for exams. Shelter managers at Petersfield High School in Westmoreland are scrambling to relocate families displaced by Hurricane Melissa as pressure mounts to free up classroom space for fifth and sixth form students preparing for critical extended exams. Shelter manager and dean of discipline J. Anthony Clark uh, confirms that more than 140 residents, including 52 children, are occupying classrooms at the central located school after the Category 5 hurricane devastated western Jamaica late last month. I had a meeting with the principal, and he has instructed that fifth farmers should come back in. Clark told the Gleaner last week. I am not sure what to say to the residents because it's a small school and all the classrooms are occupied, and yet we have to be preparing now for fifth formers who have CAPE exams and sixth formers who have CXC and CAPE. He said, reflect, referring to the Caribbean's secondary school certificate exam and the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE. He said urgent solutions are needed to both rehouse displaced families and accommodate returning students. Clark has reached out to several agencies for support, including help to erect a large tent on the school's playfield to temporarily shelter residents and allow classes to resume. At the end of the day, we don't want to be helping one half of a society and not helping the other half, which are students. He said, we can't put residents on the streets. We have to care for them, but we also have to care for our students who need to engage in preparation for their external examinations. He's also appealing for construction material to help residents begin rebuilding their homes. Satellite-based analysts from the United Nations Development Program indicates that storm left more than 8.4 million tons of debris behind. Tens of thousands of homes were damaged, approximately in St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, where entire communities were flattened by up to 90% of the buildings, in some areas destroyed. UNDP AI-based model estimates that as many as 32,500 people have been initially displaced. What we need is assistance now for material, plywood, tarpaulin, zinc, so they can go back into their communities and start rebuilding, Clark said. We don't want to just feed them and keep them here. We want to engage them to in the communities to see if they can clean up. I have appealed for uh, breaks, garbage bags, so we can help them get back to their normal life. Clark added that many residents are in need of psychological support, describing widespread trauma from the storm's passage. A recent visit by Dr. Grace Kelly of Northern Caribbean University provide a primary assistance, but Clark said significantly more help is required. They need to be processed, Clark said. We are asking for more of that service to help people return to a state of normalcy. End of article. Mm-hmm. Rising demand sustained supplies of U.S. shippers as Jamaican rush to send barrels relief. Yes, as relief efforts intensifies following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, shippers in the United States say they are now grappling with a shortage of barrels needed to send supplies to Jamaica. Several major Jamaican-owned shipping companies report that they have been forced to ration barrels due to a sharp decline in deliveries from manufacturers. Dennis Hawthorne, head of the Brooklyn-based Dennis Shipping, confirms that his company has been noticeable drop has seen a noticeable drop in the number of barrels it receives. we have seen a reduction in the supplies of barrels. He told the cleaner, we have been getting calls for, for barrels, and we have seen such an overwhelming outpouring of support that we are doing everything we can to ensure that supplies reach Jamaica with an overwhelming output of support from Jamaicans overseas eager to send relief items. Hawthorne said his team has been working literally 24/7 to keep shipment moving. He urged persons unable to access barrels to instead use boxes to send their supplies. His company has also discounted shipping fees through, he said, waiving them entirely is not possible. Shipping consultant and former transcontinental shipping head Bobby Sosa also confirmed the shortage. We are just getting the kind of shipping supplies from the manufacturers as we have in the past, he told the cleaner, attributing to the decline to the increased demand from non-profits and community groups shipping to aid Jamaica. Sasa said he has reduced the retail price of barrels to help offset shipping costs for donors, China suggested. Meanwhile, philanthropist Dr. Tisha Bailey told the cleaner that she has not encountered shortage but has offered to connect shippers to a barrel manufacturer in China. Bailey recently sent preloaded a plan loaded up relief supplies to Jamaica and, and cleared the container over the weekend. Another container packed with mostly building material is expected to arrive in the coming weeks. This was, however, caution that sourcing barrels from China is not practical due to the long shipping time and high traffic. The cleaner attempted to contact Griff Brothers Manufacturing in New Jersey, the main suppliers from which most shippers purchase barrels, but message weren't not returned. End of article. cherry, oh, baby. Don't you see I'm in love with you? Hey, my sister Charity. I see fine arts going up here. Greetings. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks be to Yahweh, our God. You know, the name of our God in Hebrew, Yahweh. Yeah, just stretch out my foot. I learned a very valuable lesson. Make sure you charge up the electric bicycle. If not, power will fail you and you have to push it. And I was pushing and walking with my bicycle on the roadway. Reach work a bit late. Couldn't find a gas station near to me to charge up. But I went to the AC hotel, got a little charge. I spent about 30 minutes or so. 30 odd minutes, get some charge, but still wasn't enough to carry me up this hilly terrain where I'm at. So I had to be pushing that. Right now, I come back sitting in the guard room here. Stretch out my leg. Stretch out my leg, I try. Make it feel like a better-ish. Me too, I'm good. Okay, wonderful to hear that my sister don't see it. Oh, I forgot. Why? I forgot to. I remember by the time you have to deal with the traffic, cause I tell you the truth, the people who are driving their cars, it's like the roads in Jamaica are not designed. It's like how other places in Nepal and China and India, you have a section of the road where designated for bicycle and bikes. Not in Jamaica. Bicycle and bike ride at their own risk. As far as like, that's my word. You understand? If you ride on the opposite side of the road, like you're not too far into the road, but you ride beside the vehicle, and I go down, try cut through traffic, vehicular traffic. You approach oncoming cars or come towards you, like coming like so. You go down facing them. You're on they're on your right. You'll be on their right. So they're facing you on your right coming up. You're on their right going down. They're blowing you to the road where you must ride. When the roads them never designed in Jamaica to facilitate us. Yesterday I was coming down a hill. I had to stop for about 45 minutes because I was timing myself wanting to go to another location. Two places. I didn't end up reach downtown. I went to the crossroad. And when I turned on a certain road, I said, Rockstone, was I supposed to go to downtown to pick up something? I didn't end up reach there. But I remember I tried to take a photograph of it and put it there. But I make sure I buy myself a helmet. Because it's a bicycle, so you can buy a bicycle helmet. See it there? Make sure I buy myself a helmet and thing. Yeah, you feel free when you ride. The breeze hitting you and thing, but you have to just be cautious and careful and keep a lookout. Yeah, the people I met, the culture of the mindset of the people, they just think of this vehicle alone must up on the road, buses and cars. That's their mindset. Other places, they have designated lanes for bicycle to ride, and no car don't go there. We need to have that culture in Jamaica. Thing. All right. Look there. Somebody coming up the road riding their bicycle. See that? I see somebody come up the road and ride the person upon a bicycle. Mm. See that? You see him just pass. I could see him coming up the road on the bicycle. So the light shining, them have backlight, front light up on him helmet and so forth. Hit the right side of me, on the outside the side, go and charge up. As I say, if I'm reach, I must reach here, I say, I left out 5. But through rainfall, I not go too fast from the road, because when rainfall, the visibility, if you see the pothole, if it's not so good. So if when water is on the road surface, them say, don't ride fast. Ride where you can see. Make sure you see the surface of the road and see if you see the pothole so you don't fall into them and flip over. Because some of these potholes are quite deep. They're quite deep. The right side of me on the outside, so I'll go and charge up. But out the kind of dark right now, I go see it. The place no light up yet. It's just 5:39 in Kingston, Jamaica. Place no light up yet. So then I go see it. The people them a blow it to the road. Yesterday me I come down a hill. Other drivers I give me a little leeway for right beside them. I come down a hill. This guy I come up. You have to stop. Come on, blow me out. Pap, pap, pap. I said to myself, the road wide, The road is wide. It's supposed to can pass. I'm supposed to can pass them. And thing. But he must say to feel himself, yo. Anyway, I just bother pay much of my mind. I continue to ride same way. Because I am in the right. You think because I ride bicycle, I know my rights? I can't drive to but I know my rights. I have access to the road. Thank you for that super support, SS. And heart emojis from my sister there in Kenya. Charity. Yeah, man. So, like, when I get one of the items that I look for, I have to go downtown and try to see if I can salvage the another one. Thing. Sorry about that, Mr. Cleaner Pearson. The cleaner company just advertising, say, yo, $9 for online subscription. We don't want no subscription. Because every day I go there, read. And I just give the people some information what go on our island. So I wanna advertise the cleaner. I tell them about $9. Come in and go subscribe to one subscription. Backside. It's going to be backside providing water for thousands of hurricane Post-panic recovery. Okay. Mhm. Discovery bauxite water wells in Discovery Bay has become a key resource during the ongoing hurricane recovery period, providing thousands of gallons of water to communities and individuals in the company's operational area, as well as to persons and agencies in neighboring parishes. Since the hurricane induced disruption of National Water Commission supplies, the Discovery Bauxite has stepped up to offer water to trucks as far as Montego Bay, where the convenient where the convention center is currently housing an arm of the Kitchen World Central Kitchen team, which is preparing thousands of meals daily for hurricane relief distribution to the hard hit areas. Discovery Bauxite Water Facility are also serving local and communities, schools and agencies, an open water stand located adjoining to the company's public clinic in Jack's Logo District. Discovery Bay has become a critical for survival. Small business owner Pauline White, based in Farmtown, expressed deep appreciation for the company's support, describing it as an lifeline during a period when access to the NAA supplies are down. Likewise, private truck operator Lindbergh Gray shared his gratitude, noting that with the access, he can respond to daily requests from schools, churches, families, and numerous individuals in need of water. In a statement, described Bauxite expressed sympathies for those impacted by the hurricane's devastation, stating that we sympathize with the thousands of Jamaicans who have lost lives, homes, livelihood as a result of the hurricane. We will continue to do our part to assist with water and other relief items as long as our pumps are able to carry the additional loads. The company added, our supplies are important. Our supplies are important to hundreds of persons who travel from local communities and nearby parishes to get water. We are grateful for the opportunity to be of assistance in time of national need. And you see a picture of community residents from areas in St. Anne securing water from the Discovery Bauxite public water stand in Jack's Log, Discovery Bay. And you see some big barrels and buckets on vehicles, vans. They took to carry these supplies to residents. End of article. UK deploys emergency medical team to Jamaica. They say all of them up on their blue t-shirts representing they're from Britain. Britain has sent 12 person team of general practitioners, nurses, midwives, logistics experts to Jamaica to deliver life-saving care and support recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. The British government, in a news release, said the teams started operating mobile clinics across hurricane-affected regions on Monday, November 17, providing direct health care in communities where facilities have been damaged or destroyed. This includes urgent care for injuries and infections, um, maternal health needs, and referrals of the most serious cases to hospital for further treatment. The British government said, adding that the team's deployment reflects the commitment of the United Kingdom in harnessing technical ex- expertise to strengthen Jamaica's health system. The first mobile clinic opened in Jacksontown. You wait a bit, Trelawney. To date, the UK government has delivered 6,560 shelter kits, 1,100 hygiene kits, more than 6,700 solar lanterns, reaching more than 33,000 people affected by the hurricane. The Royal Navy is Trent was also deployed to assist with local recovery efforts, with British personnel helping to restore vital infrastructure, included undertaking emergency repairs at the Falmouth Hospital. The UK emergency medical team will play a vital role in restoring essential healthcare services and supporting affected communities. Our thoughts continue to be with all those impacted across Jamaica. The release quotes British High Commissioner to Jamaica, Alicia Hibbert. The release also reports the UK's Minister for the Caribbean, Chris Elmore, say we have all seen the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, and the UK is doing its bit to help Jamaica recover in the aftermath. The medical team will provide vital treatment and care for those affected, as long as helping local services will, while they are restricted from working in difficult conditions as they build back from the impact of this hurricane. Meanwhile, David Wrightwick, UK MD CEO, said the team will help keep essential services running while supporting the Ministry of Health and Wellness as it restores Jamaica's healthcare system. Our response is about solidarity as much as critical support. standing alongside our Jamaican colleagues as they rebuild, Whitewick said. The UK emergency medical team is British official humanitarian health response mechanism backed by the Foreign Commonwealth Deployment Office and operation by UK Med. End of article. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my sister. I just looked down a while ago and saw still around, my sister. That's what I said. See, it look like a scooter, but it's not really a scooter. It have pedal on it. Yeah, see it? I will shine some light on it. See pedal, yeah? And if you get a better, a stronger pedal, see it, pedal, pedal. Oh, you see it, you can't tell me say no see it, you know. It will go and charge up. You tell me say no see it now in the charity, you see it there. So I shine light on it there. You see it now? Alright, you see it. The Jamaican road, them too jagged and ruggy, full of pothole and jaggy. Them little something here. Can't manage the Jamaican road. Jamaican road, them tough. I mean, it's still red. Yeah, place kind of light up. Oh, you see it, you see it. Okay, great. Got some of them light here. Looks like a motorcycle. Yeah, look like, but it's not. They call them e-bike, but it's not for it transporting us so fast. Because bike all run will left me. Bike all run will left me. Bikes are running from me. The only way me keep up with them are when the traffic, when them back up, I can't pass. Other than that, if it's a normal ride, bike fly gone past me. Fly past me gone. It don't even have a speedometer upon it. It don't have a, can't tell me the gauge of the battery and thing. Like when the battery fully charged, it's 100%, 60% or 30%. It's 100 or so, but I want to come off a red light. Okay, to go and charge. It look like a bike with you, it can fool people. The pedal, I can pedal it. But somebody else say, so I need to get a better one, two better one, put on it. So I can get, then I can take them off, put on a better one. Take up this. Yeah, when the time to put on a sweater when the time feels chilly. When the rainfall every other day. Every other day. So we give thanks. We thank God. The Most High God Yahweh for the rain. Of course. Yeah, man, we give thanks to the rain. Yes, today I'm a family. Yeah, I'm going to stretch out my foot. Even yesterday, people, the drivers were asking me, can I still stop on the roadway? I was timing myself to go to one store and I said, I not leave till a certain time. I park up on the road. People have said to me, you can't go on, you can't go around us and ride down. You see it? People want to accommodate me. So go ahead. Go and ride, man. I'm saying, no, man, I'm not ready yet. No, waiting to see you going home with it. Oh, me, I gotta do that now. Oh, me, I gotta do that. When I have a thing where I can put it. Oh, me, I gotta put the camera. Me, I gotta put the camera on charity. Oh, me, I gotta put the camera. I truly never see it. You didn't understand the Jamaican road. Some of the road rocky, you know. The roads are rocky. Roads are rocky. But that's before you said it, I was looking into it myself. But I said to myself, where am I gonna put my camera? Some of my shirts them don't have a pocket. The pocket them must be deep. Some of the pocket them shallow. They're not wide enough can manage a cell phone sliding into it. My goodness. It's a good idea still. A good idea. Good idea still. Yeah, man, even people see me and say, oh, you can't go around and on. Yeah, walk foot. I tell me, say, I can't ride, go around and drive. The people who drive, I say, yeah, man, you can, so and so and so. And I tell them, say, no, I'm not ready yet. Just so the thing go. You know, the roads are, some people are worry words. Once you put certain thoughts in our head, that's become a reality. My reality is I will be safe in my going out and my coming in. That's my reality. That's what I tell myself in my mind's eye, and that's how I see it. Some people worry themselves. Like throw all my burdens on the more side. That's all I can do. Pray. Say Yahweh, keep me safe as I in my riding up or riding down. Yes, so there, I stretch out my foot. Cause to me, I push it. I push this. I understand you can not take a video while riding. Yeah, and then, all right, may I give you an example. The way the roads are jaggedy and rocky, when you go down it, yeah, so you go, yeah. So you just imagine, I put the phone somewhere. It have a little thing on it as you can see. It have a little thing, that thing there. But that may be enough. It wants something sturdy. It wants something when the phone go upon it, it move, but it doesn't move. You know, let's say I put something in it, weighty, and I put something on top of it in the tray or trolley, and the thing move. I said, oh my! If this a move, we just imagine. So, well, yesterday I was looking into it because a nice little ride, yes, and then through me there. When you do certain things, you become aware you're surrounded. Me, I hear the vehicle beside me, when me a pass me, or when me a pass them. Sometimes I hear the police if them turn on them alarm or the ambulance, so you have to pull over. You understand? So as I said, I'm a driver too. I can drive, but I study the rules. We we have to study the rules of the road code, and I know the rules of the road. So when other people who are not so intellectually capacitated are blowing me out of the road, even big units, and to myself, me I say, but me I give them way. Me I pull over to my left, allow them to pass me. Me I say into the road. Only when I going on the road, and when me I pass other vehicles who in my way, that's how I ride. I don't know me I ride. I had a bike years ago. I had a bike then, but this is a e-bicycle and thing. But today I will give thanks to the Most High God for all He has done. I have to give thanks. Yeah. I don't know why there's something on pick up. It, it's the next device, it's doggy trouble. I don't know why it now come up. Yes, so we are here giving thanks. Mm-mm. Yes, indeed. You're coming on sometime today, my sister. You're going live today. But we kind of come on a bit late. This could be 3 hours, but come on a bit late. Ping. No, oh please. Oh, you're not going on. You're not coming live today. Okay, okay, understood, understood. But today I say, my man, watch was a move, yes, but we need to add like two. Oh yeah, like I know, remember now. As I end the live stream, I go try make 1 and 2 videos, store them up to upload it, because I just be a live stream. We need to do some videos and upload them as well. But it's going well so far. if my day I continue my thing like doing 5 hours a day or 10 hours a day, would I reach much further than what I reach, but just go over the little 400 margin there now. 3, 4, 28. That's good. So yeah, 3, 4, 28. That's where we're there right now. To give thanks unto the Most High, because He is good. We don't take it for granted. You understand? Yeah, man. I want to pass one of them pharmacy there, because you, we know the elements at times. I feel like I've the flu frog want catch me. So I need to when the time when the Jamaican winter coming around, I always notice tend to catch flu because the time a lot of rain falling, so all up moisture in the air, and when your body hot and a little dew, a little rainfall catch you can't catch flu. Because when your body hot and you go out into the elements, you can't catch flu. So I try to perk up my system from you know to offset the flu virus. Yeah, so I come remember I have so much things I know what to do. And just be honest, because when you have so much things to do, you have other engagements you have to tend to, make people feel like show them support to. You don't want it to seem like you're all for yourself. But there you are. I give thanks to each and every one I pass through. My beautiful God fearing sister Charity from Kenya. And Kenya is my one of my favorite African countries. They have a special place in my heart. Yeah, man, pick up on yourself, my Kenyan people. Pick up on yourself. Okay, so I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to take off this and get some notes together and try to do a little video. Try to do a little video so we can upload it later. All right? Pick up on yourself. Much love and respect from I to you. May Yahweh continue to watch over you. May His face continue to shine upon you and be gracious to you all. May Yahweh lift up His countenance upon you and grant you His peace. Have a beautiful day, a fine afternoon, or a good night. Take care of yourself for now while I sign out. Bye. Much love and respect.